Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. And that doesn't matter position, that doesn't matter how much they cost, anything like that. These are the best cards in the game right now. Guys, you should be targeting to add to your squad to improve your team as much as possible. And I'm going to be completely honest, the top 5 cards in this game are really tough to rank right now. We got a lot of good cards, a lot of which dropped yesterday, actually, or today when I'm recording it, yesterday when y'all are seeing this video. And I'm super excited to dive right into it. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the number 10 spot, I'm going to go with Shawn Marion. I love this card defensively. I think he plays really, really big at small forward, can play power forward at a high level despite being only 6'7", because he's a great versatile defender. 86 interior, 84 perimeter, 86 lateral quickness, good interior, very fast, very good slasher, and can hit the three. Good finishing badges, couple shooting badges, great defensive badges, except no clamps, no anchor. It's kind of weird, but I can work with it, especially early in the year. His defensive animations are amazing. He's fast. His release is also fast. Even if it is ugly, it gets off well, and he's got tray escape, which is nice to push cross out of and stuff. I mean, Shawn Marion's very good. I actually had him ranked as my favorite small forward. I think he's all the way down to 3 now on my small forward list. But number 1, because I do believe Jason Tatum is actually better. I had Marion over Tatum. I think Tatum is a little more complete. Maybe not quite as good defensively. Doesn't have quite as good of animations, but he's pretty good defensively still. 87 perimeter, 87 lateral. Decent interior defense. 81 speed and excel. 87 shot 3, 85 driving, duck, off, slithery, and blinders. Bunch of great shooting badges. Bunch of good finishing, playmaking, and defensive badges as well, though. Very complete. Has a lot of badges, which is really, really nice. Good size at 6'8" at small forward. Really good release. Love Tatum's release. The movement is not amazing. Tatum's movement is never amazing, though. His laner's not amazing either, but he's a really great 3-and-D guy with a really nice release. Super solid defender and can create a shot a little bit as a secondary or tertiary ball handler on the offensive end. Jason Tatum, always very good in 2K, and this Amethyst is an elite card right now in my team. Chris Webber coming in at number 7, one of 2 centers on this list. Very, very good card as well. 6'10" with a 7'3" wingspan. Tiny bit undersized, I guess, but until Shaq comes out, I really don't think it matters what the size of this year's center. You can run 6'9" guys at center and be fine until Shaq comes out. Even then, in most matchups, you should be good. 81 speed and excel, 70 shot 3, 80 standing and driving dunk, 84 interior. The rest of the defense is decent, but he's a good perimeter defender as well. Actually, in fact, very good and very fast for the big man. Can play power forward or center at a super high level. He's a very solid finisher, super great defender, and a decent playmaker for a big as well. I mean, he's very versatile, very fun card. I really like his release is good. Movement even is good. I really like him a lot as a card. All things considered, one of my favorite bigs in the game. He's my starting center because I don't have the one other big on this list that I think is a little better than him. And I love Chris Webber as a stretch athletic big who's versatile defensively. I think he's a really good card. All right, next, coming in at number 7, gonna go with Devin Booker, one of my favorite offensive cards in the entire game. His release is amazing. He really shot creates at a high level at shooting guard, 6'5", so not great size. He's not a good defender and he's not fast, but he's an elite shooter, a capable slasher, amazing shooting badges, and very good playmaking badges as well. He's an awesome ball handler. You wouldn't think so, and even his dribble style isn't that good, but his size up is nice, his fade is nice, his release is amazing, and his burst is really, really good as well with the timing burst that you have to trigger. If you know how to use that effectively, though, and you know how to dribble a little bit, Devin Booker is a guy who really can cook at a crazy high level because his release is one of the best releases in the game, and he is an absolutely elite shot maker as well as playmaker, and one of my favorite cards to use in my team. Currently, my backup shooting guard. Now, at number 6 is that other big man I was talking about, Bam Adebayo. Bam is kind of like Chris Webber in a lot of ways. The thing that makes him better than Chris Webber are 2 things. Number 1, half anchor. Number 2, better release. He's not quite as fast, and he's even technically not as good of a shooter, but his release is nice. He's got a very, very smooth release. Movement is not going to be as good. He's not going to be quite the playmaker. That's not that important at center, though. He's a very, very good interior defender, a versatile defender, can guard on the perimeter at a high level, still fast, still strong, still a capable rebounder, and still a very good athlete. I just like his release a lot better than Webber's, and I love the fact that he's got that half anchor. I think that's one of the best badges in the game, and I do believe he's currently the best big man in my team and the most versatile as well. So we're going to put him at number 6. Number 5, controversial, Kyrie Irving. I know this is really low. I would have had him as the second best card in the game up until this Mirage drop that came out, but that Mirage drop number 1 is crazy. And number 2, Kyrie has some flaws. 93 speed and excel, 92 shot 3 is insane, but he's not an amazing defender. I mean, 86 lateral quickness is very good. The shooting and playmaking badges are absurd, and he's got some good finishing badges, but he doesn't have the key finishing badges. He doesn't have your like blow by, your dunking badges. He can't dunk the ball at all, so that's going to hurt him at the rim. His layup package sucks, and though he's got a couple good defensive badges like glove interceptor, pick dodge are all good, he's not an amazing defender. He's very fast and he moves very, very well. One of the very few cards in the game with a good dribble style, but his release is not elite, and like I said, layup package is not that great either. Kyrie is still a great card, a card that I'm having an absolute blast using, and I think he's a very good level 40, but I do worry that his longevity is not going to be great, and that we're going to be looking at a situation in 2 or 3 weeks where Kyrie Irving is out of a lot of people's teams because we get another really good point guard. So he's still borderline the best point guard in the game. You could make that argument. I personally would put him at number 5 and the second best point guard in my team, among the best cards in the game right now. Tracy McGrady's going to come in at number 4 for me. He is a dog. Very, very, very good. Secondary ball handler, 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan. The size is something that you just can't overstate how valuable it is. 85 speed and excel, 89 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, 80 perimeter, 82 lateral. Very solid defender, great slasher, very great shooter, and a very good athlete as well. He's a great card. Huff posterizer, Agent 3 and Deadeye, gold limitless range, gold fast twitch, and not limitless takeoff. It's precision dunker this year, which is not nearly as good of a badge. But he's got handles for days, no speed booster. He doesn't move incredibly well, but he does play make okay. And defensively, even though he doesn't really have badges, he does play good defense as well because of how big he is and the fact he's got good lateral quickness and perimeter defense. Release is nice. Movement is okay, not amazing, I wouldn't say, but overall, I really do think T-Mac is one of the better cards in the game still, despite not moving that great, because I do love his release, and I think the size is super valuable. I think the stats and badges are incredible. I think T-Mac is really, really good. Number 3, Scottie Pippen, the best small forward in the game, the perfect 3-and-D card right now in my team, the best defensive small forward in the game, the best lock in the game by a mile. 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from only one corner, some inside spots as well. Not a ton of like high tier badges, but he's got silver acrobat, limitless takeoff, posterizer, not limitless takeoff. That badge isn't in the game anymore, I remember, but they got to update this stuff. Defensively is where he shines though. Huff challenger, Huff clamps, gold pick dodger, and then silver glove interceptor, ankle bases, pogo stick, bronze menace, incredible perimeter defender who's also very, very fast for a small forward and a very good shooter. His release is amazing. Doesn't have the shooting badges, but he's got the same release that he had last year, which is absolutely money. We know how good Scottie Pippen's release is, and I know that he is an amazing option in my team. So very, very high on Pippen as a card, and I don't know. I think you could definitely make the argument that he's number 1. I think he's the best small forward in the game. I think he's arguably like, it's not insane to say he's one of the best couple cards in the game right now because of how good his release is and the 3-and-D aspect. I know he's not a shot creator, but dang, fast, can defend, and has an incredible release, best defensive wing. I mean, Scottie Pippen's amazing. Now, number 2, I'm going Derrick Rose. I just think the slashing PG who's fast and has SIGs and can still hit an open shot is super valuable. I understand he doesn't play defense, but 94 speed and excel. He's got Hoff speed booster, which is what that is, in addition to handles for days and blow by on gold. He's got gold posterizer, gold fast twitch. Doesn't play defense. Defensive stats aren't good, although 84 lateral quickness is good, so he'll still basically be pretty close to Kyrie on defense. The shot, his jumper is good, and he's super fast and an incredible dunker. By far the best slashing point guard in the game. Moves really well too. Trade dribble style, D-Rose size up, Kobe escape are really good SIGs. He is a great card. And I think Derrick Rose is the best point guard in the game right now for sure because he's such a good slasher, but he's also a capable shooter. He's so fast and he's got good lateral quickness, so he is going to at least move kind of decently on defense. Obviously not going to be like the best defensive card in the world, but I think he's so good offensively right now and so solid that you just have to say that he is one of the best cards in my team. And I have him at the number 2 spot. Now, at number 1, I don't think this should come as much of a surprise. I'm going to go Brandon Roy. I do think the top 5 are honestly very close. I think you could pretty much interchange the top 5 however you want, and I couldn't argue with you too much. I'm going to go with Brandon Roy at number 1. 6'6" with a 6'8" wingspan. Doesn't have the size of a Tracy McGrady, but a little bit better stats and maybe badges on his card. Not gold limitless range. Teammate does have gold, but a little bit better defensive stats, a little bit better badges. Playmaking badges are good. He has bronze speed booster. T-Mac doesn't have it, so I don't think it's a huge deal, but he's a little bit, probably about as good of a slasher. I mean, he's a little bit better than T-Mac, but not by a lot. And I think all these cards are very close. Release is really good, though. Culver's base is phenomenal. Movement is solid, but not amazing, kind of like T-Mac, honestly. Him and T-Mac are pretty similar cards. I just think Brandon Roy's a little bit better. And maybe I'm also trying to justify the grind that I put in to get this card, but for right now, I am still going to give him the top spot as the best card card in the game. Do I think Brandon Boyer will be the best card in the game in a couple of weeks? Probably not. Right now, I still am going to give him that nod, and I do think he's a very, very great card in my team. Any of these top 10 cards, though, are really good. They're all going to be huge impact players on your squad if you pick them up. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.